baking of the bread and things like that. So I think she realized that she kind of customized her life-sharing experiences would be more towards the business end, because I went into college and I went into business, and so she shared all sorts of stuff about business school, and she even passed on her business school pin to me, because she knew that the business aspect was kind of important when I was younger, and I do treasure that. But I did want to make a special thank you to Pam and your family. And grandmother was old, but she never acted old. She didn't know that she was old. Age was just a number with her. She would drive on the freeways and she'd be, "Get out of my way." Oh, there was a funny little anecdote here I was going to mention. I forgot what year it was, but it was kind of a big deal. They invented the blinker in her lifetime, like 1938. Big invention for her. Anyway, but I always have memories of her taking me here, there, everywhere, and anywhere I wanted to go when I'd come visit her. She'd just take me and we'd just go and hang out. And she has never complained, but in her later years, as Dad was talking about, Pam and your family, you kept her young. I don't know what she would have done if she didn't have the family here that you built for her, and the things to do with all the games and the school events. So you kept her young. I also want to say Barbara Henry kept her young. Because they would just go across the country and travel everywhere. So thank you to both of you, but we really, really appreciate that. But those are my memories of my grandmother, and I'm just proud that I got to be a part of her life, and I'm proud that I get to be here today. So she was very special to all of us. Thank you.
Before she starts, I want to tell you.
This wasn't in my notes.
No, this wasn't in my notes. This is my daughter, for all of you that don't know. My grandma had her hand in raising my daughter also. She was very special for that. But I want you to know that it's not only this slideshow, but the one that you're about to see in just a little bit is because of my daughter. She put in some long hours making this so that we could pay tribute to Grandma in this way. And this is going to be a real honor for her. When you guys watch this video, it is her life. It is her life.
I have something I'm just going to read. I'm not going to, you want to come here with me? You can come here with me. I'm probably going to repeat a lot of what Mom said, and we didn't confer on our notes or anything. She went and wrote hers, and I did mine, but I got across that. I shared mention that, shared mention that, but I'm just going to read it anyway. I've always considered myself so blessed to have great grandparents. I had 4 of them when I was born. And even more blessed to have a great grandma that was so active in our lives. She often reminded us, like Mom said, that she started this whole mess. She never let us forget that. I'm her first great-granddaughter. My mom was her first granddaughter. My grandfather, her first son. And my son was her first great-grandchild. In fact, Grandma would come over to babysit Russell for me when I went to work and school. She really seemed to enjoy it and always had a very special spot in her heart for Russell. Though Grandma had a way of making everyone around her feel like they were the most special person. It still amazes me when I think of all the events and occasions that she attended with our family. It was never a question of whether Grandma would be there or not. She never missed a birthday, a game, school event, or family gathering. Mom just reminded me of how the year that she had to miss Autumn's birthday party because of the big fires that we had, and she couldn't get over the pass. And that was a big deal for her that she wasn't able to make that. Only a disaster out of her control could keep her away. Otherwise, she was always there. My earliest memories of Grandma start when I came back to the States with Grandma Ann and Grandpa Russ. From that time on, on, she was a constant in my life. When Grandpa was still alive, they took me on many trips, from camping in their motorhome and lodge events to a drive cross-country to Florida. She inspired much of who I am today. Creativity was never lacking in her home. There were always projects in the works, and I loved them all. I remember a sign that was hanging in their home, and it said, "A creative mess is better than tidy idleness," and I never forgot that. So true. I need to remember this from when I'm striving to find a balance between the perfect home and my passion for projects. Traditions were so important to Grandma. She often pretended that they were silly and claimed that she only did them because everyone expected her to. But the truth was that she cherished those family holiday and cultural traditions. These are the ways that I plan to keep the spirit of Grandma with us, by continuing to indulge my creative side, by honoring traditions, and lastly, by the inspiration Grandma gave to us all, to care for everyone and love wholeheartedly. I believe that these are some of the ways that made her 100 years so vibrant and full. And I'm also going to end with the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not to temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever and ever.
There's a lot of ways in which you define success. And power, wealth, fame, all of those traditional things. But the best definition of success I ever heard was this: true success is when those who know you best love you most. And here was a successful woman. Her success is better than her problem. You can see it in her children's eyes. You can see it in her great-grandchildren and her children and her grandchildren and all of you. You're celebrating her success. As we continue to celebrate that success, let's take a moment and watch this slide.